In a lush, green forest, teeming with life, lived a gentle deer. He was known throughout the woods for his kind heart and trusting nature. His days were spent grazing on sweet grass and drinking from the crystal-clear streams. One day, while wandering near the edge of the forest, he met a fox. The fox was charming and witty, with a clever smile that seemed to light up his face. He praised the deer's magnificent antlers and graceful movements, and the two quickly struck up a conversation. The deer, who had always been a little lonely, was thrilled to have found a new friend. He shared stories of his life in the forest, the best places to find ripe berries, and the secret paths that led to quiet, sun-drenched clearings. The fox listened intently, nodding and smiling, making the deer feel seen and understood in a way he never had before. "You're a wonderful friend," the deer said, his heart swelling with happiness. "I'm so glad we met." The fox smiled back, but there was a flicker of something else in his eyes, something the trusting deer didn't notice. Over the next few weeks, the deer and the fox became inseparable. They explored the forest together, played games of hide and seek among the ancient trees, and shared their meals. The deer felt his life had become so much richer with the fox by his side. He introduced the fox to his other acquaintances in the forest: the wise old owl, the busy squirrel, and the cheerful rabbit. They were all a bit wary of the fox, but seeing how happy the deer was, they kept their reservations to themselves. One sunny afternoon, the fox came to the deer with an exciting proposition. "My dear friend," he began, his voice full of enthusiasm, "I've discovered a place just outside the forest. It's a field filled with the most delicious, tender sugarcane you have ever tasted. It's far better than anything we have here." The deer's eyes widened with excitement. He loved sugarcane, but it was a rare treat. The thought of a whole field of it was almost too good to be true. "But is it safe?" the deer asked, a hint of caution in his voice. "It's outside our forest." The fox let out a light laugh. "Of course, it's safe. I've been there myself. The farmer who owns the field is old and slow. We can easily slip in, eat our fill, and be back before anyone notices. Trust me, what are friends for?" The deer looked at his friend, at the confident and reassuring smile on the fox's face. All his doubts melted away. He trusted the fox completely. Why would his best friend lead him into danger? So the very next day, under the cover of the early morning mist, the two friends set out. They journeyed to the edge of the woods and looked out upon a vast, open field. Just as the fox had described, it was filled with tall, juicy stalks of sugarcane, swaying gently in the breeze. The deer's mouth watered at the sight. The fox pointed to a small gap in the fence. "See? Easy, let's go." Without a second thought, the deer followed the fox into the field. The sugarcane was even more delicious than he had imagined. The deer feasted happily, forgetting everything else in his delight. He was so engrossed in the sweet taste that he didn't notice the farmer approaching, alerted by the rustling in his crops. Suddenly, a large net fell from above, trapping the deer completely. He thrashed and struggled, but the ropes were too strong. He was caught. Panicked, he cried out for his friend. "Fox, help me. I'm trapped." The fox, who had been watching from a safe distance, simply shook his head. "I'm sorry, my friend," he called out, his voice no longer warm and friendly, but cold and distant. "The farmer is coming, and I can't risk getting caught myself. Every animal for himself." And with that, the fox turned and scurried back into the safety of the forest, leaving the deer to his fate. The deer watched him go, his heart breaking not just from fear, but from the sting of betrayal. The farmer came and saw the magnificent deer tangled in his net. The deer looked at him with wide, terrified eyes, and the farmer's heart softened. He was a kind man who loved animals. He carefully untangled the deer from the net, checking him for any injuries. Once free, the deer didn't run right away. He stood for a moment, bowed his head to the farmer as if to say thank you, and then bounded back towards the forest, a much wiser creature than the one who had left it that morning. Back in the safety of his home, the deer reflected on what had happened. The pain of the fox's betrayal was a deep wound. He had given his trust so freely, only to have it used against him. He realized that true friendship isn't built on charming words or grand promises. It's built on loyalty, honesty, and being there for someone when they need you most. The other forest animals, who had been worried sick, came to comfort him. The wise old owl said, "A sweet tongue can hide a bitter heart. Be careful who you give your trust to." From that day on, the deer was more cautious. He was still kind and gentle, but he learned to look beyond the surface, to judge others by their actions, not just their words. He understood that while it's wonderful to be open and trusting, it's also important to be wise. His friendship with the other forest animals grew stronger, built on a foundation of mutual respect and genuine care. He learned the hard way that a false friend can be more dangerous than an open enemy. True friendship is a treasure, and it's worth protecting by choosing our friends wisely. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more tales from the forest.